Get off the couch, get a job. Joining me now to talk about the very clear differences between the two parties, how it will impact the vote in November, Fox News contributor Lanny Davis, the co-host of The Five. She deals with Beckel 5 days a week, so Lanny will be nothing, is Dana Perino. Good to see you. All right, let's start with Bill Maher.
Okay.
Bill Maher has done this repeatedly. He has called former vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin every name in the book, attacked her children, attacked Rick Santorum's children. Now he's attacking the children again. The president, said families are off limits, Lanny. Do you remember the president saying this in 2008? This is what he said about, well, don't attack the kids.
I've heard some of the news on this, and so let me be as clear as possible. I have said before, and I will repeat again, I think people's families are off limits, and people's children are especially off limits. This shouldn't be part of our politics. It has no relevance to Governor Palin's performance as a governor or her potential performance as a vice president. And so I would strongly urge people to back off these kinds of stories. And I hope that anybody who's supporting me understands that's off limits.
Off limits. Isn't it time for him to have his sister soldier moment and give back the $1 million to Maher and ask his super PAC to give it back? Yeah, that's a yes or no question.
No, he should repudiate a tasteless, not the first time.
But he can take his money.
He can certainly take his money, but he should repudiate.
He should repudiate. So he can. Bill Maher can keep attacking the kids of candidates.
No, he should repudiate.
Repudiate, but keep his money.
I certainly wouldn't have him give back the $1 million.
Why not?
Well, because I think we could use the $1 million to
Oh, so in other words, as long as you give $1 million, you're going to keep it under any circumstance. You see, I wouldn't want Bill Maher's money. I'd give it back.
I think
you're struggling.
Romney is taking. I'm struggling because I can't defend what Bill Maher said. It was tasteless, over the top, and I think that Barack Obama, if he had a chance, would say the same thing.
Well, you wonder about Bill Maher.
He's had the chance, Lanny. No, I don't buy that. He's had the chance. This hasn't been a small issue in this country. Go ahead, Dana.
Well, I think a brushback pitch from President Obama, even maybe a personal phone call, like back off. Why in the world Bill Maher thinks he needs to get attention by attacking Bristol Palin is beyond me. He talks about what she's drinking. Think about what he's drinking, the Kool-Aid of an administration that will repudiate Republican comments as extreme, but then give him the excuse of being a comedian. And he's not even funny.
There's nothing funny about attacking children, period, end of sentence. The president has I think, is hypocritical. He keeps calling for civil discourse, and he won't stand for it.
But you are going to agree that Mitt Romney should have repudiated saying that...
I'm not talking about Romney. I'm
Barack
saying
Obama should be tried for treason. That you agree that Romney should have said it right there the way that John McCain said it, so we all can agree on that.
Let's move on to candidate Obama. This is during the campaign conference call. David Axelrod says that Karl Rove and the Koch brothers are contract killers. Wow.
We're also going to be prepared, and I want to be clear, to respond to the attacks that we expect to continue from not just from the Romney campaign, but from the Karl and Koch brothers contract killers over there in Super PAC land, who are going to continue to pound away on behalf of Governor Romney. We will respond vigorously. We will treat every ad that comes from those entities as an ad from Governor Romney, and we will compare our record and our vision with his, and we'll let the American people decide.
Remember the big brouhaha over targeted districts and Sarah Palin and the president said, let after Tucson, everyone should be proud of us, and what happened with Gabby Giffords. Now, but his guy can say contract killers.
This is what, it's like locker room talk on the political scene. This is what guys actually say to one another. Like, why that even entered his head to say is beyond me. I don't expect perfect grace and dignity in a campaign, but in a conference call like that, either that was premeditated or it was off the cuff. Either way, I think President Obama ought to let his inner circle know enough's enough.
But the president does it himself. I was getting into this with Governor Romney about dirty air and water. The Democrats can't run on their record, Lanny, so they've got to attack. And attack they do. And by the way, they attacked your friend Bill Clinton. And Bill Clinton said they played the race card against me, and they planned it from the very beginning. Remember that?
Campaigns can get mean. I think Dave Axelrod...
So you're saying that the president's campaign is mean, right?
I think that David Axelrod's a good guy who had a bad day. I agree with Dana.
Well, maybe he should apologize.
Maybe indigestion.
This is what's amazing.
He's real sorry that he used that expression, and he ought to take it back.
Well, they had a very good ad. that ran yesterday, and it's like almost one of the first very positive ads. It was compared to Reagan's Morning in America ad, and then on the same day, within the same news cycle, they step on it by calling their opponents contract killers. I
just think that this happens time after time, and the president never has the willingness to take on his own base. It's only Republicans that cross lines, and if he would do it, it would help him. If he would tell Bill Maher, here's your $1 million back, it would help him.
I think the first chance that Barack Obama has, he would repudiate language like contract killers.
It's been going on for 7 months.
But I'm still waiting
You're
for
living
Romney
in a bubble.
I
don't want to talk about Romney.
I want to talk about, you interviewed Romney. You didn't ask him, why didn't you repudiate accusing Barack Obama of committing
I never heard him say it.
Well, there was a lady who said it.
The lady said it, so he didn't say it. Oh, okay.
Okay, but was the lady in charge of a PAC that was giving Romney $1 million?
No.
No. Was the lady a comedian? No. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do your job.
No, you're doing a great job.
You're doing a great job, but
that's why you're here.